Well, hey folks, this is Fat Guy Flies RC, and this is the DURAFLY FG-1 Lucky Gown sent to me by Hobby King for review, made by DURAFLY. And let's take her out the field and get the Maiden in. You all watch them unbox and build. Let's take her out and fly her around a little bit and have some fun with her. Well, hey folks, Fat Guy Flies RC. I got Camera Precious filming for me today. That makes me happy. Hobby King sent me out the FG-1 Lucky Gown Corsair for review. Got a 4S all the way forward, actually into the the motor mount itself. You got to go all the way forward so you can get the CG right. I took Model Aviator's advice, and I built a little dam on the top of the canopy to hold the battery, just in case, but I don't think it's going to go anywhere. Run her on a 1800 4S. Got an AR631. Going to run the safe with a hand launch right off the bat, launch assist. And timer set for 5 minutes. So let's see, right, left, up, down, right, left. All right, let me get over here. Wind is that way, so you know what? The way I've been seeing this thing launch, people do it like this with this one. Okay.
AS3X mode.
Needs some down elevator. And like all Corsairs, flies amazing. No elevator, next to no down elevator pressure needed, next to none. Just keeping your finger on it, basically. I mean, I know I'm far away, but I'm getting her trimmed out, and it's very windy. Actually, a little too much down elevator now. Yeah, I need a little bit of down elevator. I'm half throttle right now into the wind. You don't have to go blazingly fast. But I'm just seeing how this thing reacts. All right. I can tell. I haven't even opened her up yet. Like a little bit of down elevator again. I took out too much. All right, she did need a little bit of down elevator. Not too bad. Other than that,
Remaining 3 minutes.
Not really noticing much on my ailerons. They seem to be fine. No left, no right aileron needed. Rudder seems to be nice and trim. All right, like I said, I'm in AS3X now. I'm out of the you know what? Let's go to manual mode.
Manual mode. Trim it out.
Now we're in manual mode with no gyro help at all. The wind is going to have its way with it now. Light little plane, but she's, I hate to say that horribly overused term of locked in, but she is. Man, she's a good flying plane. All right,
AS3X
go back to the AS3X. Oh man, I'm very comfortable with this plane right off the bat.
Remaining 2 minutes.
What a great flying plane. Well, everybody said I love her, and I completely agree. All right. perfect for a day like this, was where the wind is coming across breezing, so I'm not worried about making a perfect landing on the runway. Oh man, still got 1.5 minutes on a 5-minute timer. DURAFLY, you did good. All right, this time I'm not going to use launch assist. I'm just going to keep it in AS3X. Okay. Yeah. What a ripper. Sorry, honey. Man, what a fun plane. I like my rates. Whoa, yeah. Now this is fun. This is RC plane flying at its best right here. Yeah, buddy.
1 minute.
Hobby King, thank you, thank you, thank you. Take it up. Power for days. Now I'm running 1800 for us. I think it's a Superior if I remember right. What an easy, this would be a perfect perfect starter for your first warbird. Well, you're not going to get the landing gear experience, but
Prop is secured. Happy to touch.
33 seconds left.
Timer reset.
On a 5-minute timer. Man, this is a great flying plane right here. Great flying plane. All right, DURAFLY, you did good. You did real good. This reminds me of how much fun I had with that, what's that? The little Rare Bear. Boy, I tell you, this got speed and power just like that one. All right, let's check the battery. We had 30 seconds left. We may go up again. What I did was, I'm using my wing as a pointer, I shaved a little bit of material off the bottom side of that tab there, and then I glued in just some chunks of foam, hot glued them in to keep the battery in place. I don't think the battery would move, but it's more of a peace of mind. And that is the 1800 Superior shoved all the way and actually into that motor mount. Okay, there's a big cavernous opening there. So let's actually I didn't have to take it out. I've got the battery lead right there, but I can't do it. I need a third hand. Someone needs to give me a third hand to check that out. Let's see how much juice we got left. Man, that was a very successful maiden. Oh gosh, 66%. Let's go up some more, have some more fun. I tell you what, that is one great flying plane. That's genuinely excited about it. Okay. All right, I'm going to take it, and I'm going to be so bold as to
Manual mode.
take off in manual mode. No wind, no launch assist, no wind gyro, just plane. Okay. And I think this feels pretty comfortable like this. Well, do have to turn the motor on. They work better that way. Whoa. Definitely a muscle car in the sky. A muscle car.
AS3X mode.
A muscle car in the sky. That's what this is. A flying muscle car. Tons of power. All right, what we're going to do, we're going to come by here, then we're going to take her straight up. 3, 2, 1. Oh man, power for days. Power for days. Man, what a sweet flying little plane. DURAFLY, you have done your homework. This is
Remaining 4 minutes.
I haven't been this impressed with a new plane in a long time. Oh yeah. I gotta say, I'm very, very happy. For just a simple little 4-channel tossing boss, yeah. All right.
Prop is secured. Happy to touch.
All right, well, we went for another 2.5 minutes, or 2 minutes and 10 seconds. So that's 7 minutes and 10 seconds total time. Oh, I left my checkers somewhere. All right. A little bit of marring. All right. Found the checker. It was out there in the grass. I dropped it somewhere. Didn't realize I dropped it, and then I couldn't find it. It's the only one I got today, so kind of needed it. We flew for 7 minutes and 10 seconds of total time, and let's see where we got. 52%. That's good enough. So really, honestly, an 1800, set your timer for 8.5 minutes. Fly the way you want. I tell you what, that right there. Just simple. But I'll be honest, if you're in the RC field long enough, sometimes the simplest planes are the most fun. I mean, simple 4-channel control, got power for days. You can eat this color scheme. I didn't like this cream when I first saw it, but now that I've seen it in the air, I appreciate it. It stands out real well, and you can see it even on this gloomy day. All right, folks, well, thank you for watching. Hobby King, thank you. We'll go back to the man cave and we'll go over the rates and everything, but I'm very impressed. Thank y'all. God bless you, and don't forget, faith, family, and friends, and then lucky gallons. Bye-bye. Hey folks, Fat Guy Flies RC. All right, Hobby King sent me out the FG-1 Lucky Gallon for review. This is the second time in the air. Great flying plane. We're going to take off with launch assist, and we're going to do a speed run to see how fast I can make this thing move. All right. Thing's got some power.
AS3X mode.
All right. I think I hit my hat or something just now. All right, we're going to come back this way. All right, full throttle now. All right. Bring her in for a landing. We'll get a reading. Well, hold on. Man, what a smooth flying plane. I got the power now. All right.
Prop is secured. Happy to touch.
Fritz, you get my plane for me, buddy? You gotta remember, this is designed to land on the belly. It's got these heavy-duty skids on both wings right there. And this is all hard plastic here. And it's got protection all the way. It's made for that. So don't let that bother you. Isn't that right, Fritz? Fritz just wants to play. He just wants to play. And that's okay. All right, let's get our reading. I'm saying 90 mile an hour. Maybe. 97 mile an hour. Not bad at all. Let's take it up and get into a hard dive and see if we can't put this thing over 100. Okay. Okay, we're reading. AS3X, I'm not going to use launch assist this time. Uh-oh, something's moving around there. Oh, you know what it is? Yeah, it's my GNS performance analyzer. I have some Velcro there, but it is so narrow in there that, well, we'll just have to hope for the best. Okay. It don't weigh nothing though.
Croc is alive. It will bite you.
Okay. All right, we're going to take it up. All right, hard dive. What that clunk sound is, that GNS performance analyzer just flopping around in there. Don't want to step on my phone. Man, I just can't get over how smooth this plane flies. I mean, yeah, I'm using AS3X and all that, but all right, I'm out of the power now. And she stopped suddenly.
Prop is secured. Happy to touch.
All right, 97 mile an hour. I bet you she's over 100 this time. Oh boy. Haha, 103 mile an hour. Not bad at all. Let's turn that device off. Okay. Put that in my pocket. You want to turn it off because otherwise it keeps searching for the GNS performance. Now there'll be a link in the description. It'll keep searching for a satellite and starts draining that power. Well, we still got 3 minutes though. So now we're going to fly for fun. Fly for fun.
Prop is alive. It will bite you. Time remaining 3 minutes.
Talk about your fun planes to fly. Just a nice, simple little plane. Throw it in the back of the car. I think it's got a 1100 millimeter wingspan. This is what RC plane flying is all about.
Remaining 2 minutes.
All right. Now we've shown that she can cruise around pretty quick. Let's cruise around nice and slow. Nice and pretty. Give my poor camera precious a break. More than enough power to do an outside loop from inverted.
Time remaining 1 minute.
And folks, this is the second time I've ever had this plane in the air. Second time. And I'm this comfortable with it. Show the belly. Scare the bird. All right, out of the power now. Out of the power. Gliding by, and I'm going to hit it. Straight up.
Seconds.
Thing's got power for days. All right, I'm out of the power now. I gotta start killing some speed. I'm doing that on purpose. I'm trying to kill some speed. All right.
Prop is secured.
Look, a STOL landing. Lord knows it's not going to hurt the fat guy to have to walk out here and pick up his plane. See, honey, I get exercise in this hobby. Come on now. Well, folks, I can't tell you, second fly of this thing, I am so very impressed with it. For such a simple little aircraft, puts you a nice gyro, and actually on the first flight, I flew around with no gyro. She's very stable, well, a gull wing is naturally stable. They fly just as well inverted as they do right side up. And, but I'll tell you, I'm very impressed. Good speed, good performance, easy to see. I didn't like that cream color at first, but it has really grown on me. And things got power for days. That's on an 1800 4S. You can run up to a 2200, I believe. There is some drawbacks to the plane. And mainly my drawbacks is how you put the battery in there. 26 seconds before I keep on jabbering. Let's go ahead and check that battery real quick. 41% left. Okay, now with this battery, there's an engine mount in there. It's like a big box. And the motor, that's a bell-shaped motor, sits on the outside of that. Well, all that cavernous space inside that motor mount is meant for you to put the battery. You slide that battery. The ESC is actually attached to the side. And so you put that battery down in that box that goes in at an angle, and that holds it in. Now, but it's such a tight fit in there, if you were to put Velcro, you're going to have a dickens of a time trying to get that battery out of there. So do like Model Aviator did, take a couple pieces of trash foam, and what I had to do is I'm going to use my wing as a pointer. I shaved a little off this tongue and groove tab, and then just some pieces of junk foam I hot glued right in there. If you put it right, don't drop it. If you put it right up against the very end of that opening, glue it right in there, that will ride perfectly on your 2200 or 1800 and hold that battery in place like a dam. And then you got magnets back here. But that is a great flying plane. We'll go back in the man cave. We'll go over all my AS3X settings and everything. But I'm very impressed. Hobby King, thank you so much for putting your trust in me to review some of your planes. Thank you for the plane. God bless y'all, and don't forget, faith, family, and friends, and lucky gallons. Bye-bye. Well, hey folks, Fat Guy Flies RC. This is the DURAFLY FG-1 Lucky Gallon Corsair sent to me by Hobby King for review. Now folks, y'all look around. You've seen I got hundreds of planes. I got over 130 planes right now at any given time. And I've done lots of maidens. I've done lots of new planes and done lots of reviews. And I'm going to tell you right now, this is one of the most fun maidens, the most fun planes I have ever flown in my life. Is it perfect? No. Does it have a few things you need to do or be aware of? Yes. Is it an absolute blast to fly and as stable as can be? Yes, it is. It's fast, it's sporty, it's slow, it's quick. It does anything you ask it to do. This plane is a very, very capable in every sense of the word. All right, now let's talk about the negatives. Get that out, get the painful part out right off the bat. Paint is very weak, okay? Just handling it, I chipped some paint right there. The nose cone magnetics that hold on the nose cone on could be better. The mechanism to hold it, the cowl in place could be better. Things that you need to do in order to get the CG right without having to add weight is you got to be very specific on the type of batteries you use. Okay, a 2200 or an 1800 is 4S is what you need, but you got to go in at an angle. You got to make sure the wires that are around inside the motor mount are out of the way. I would use zip ties like I did, and then you got to put this battery in at an angle to where it'll actually go down in the motor mount. If this counter was off, you could see this going in the motor mount to where you see that much of your 2200 or your 1800 hanging out there. And then you're going to kind of have to push down on it. Okay. Now that's that. That's to get it in there. We're talking about a tight fit. Then you're going to need to shave a little bit of material off the bottom side tongue of this battery hatch, and then get you some. What you could use wood. I just use some chunks of old crashed plane foam. Hot glue that in, and where that opening ends right here, where this opening will end right here where I've started. Glue that foam in there, and that acts as a dam to hold the battery. Now it's in there pretty tight, but I like to have that peace of mind. You kind of have to shove that in there. Okay, and those magnets will hold that in place. Also, the pressure of the air will hold it down. Okay, and that really is the only negative, and not really necessarily a negative. It's just more of a, you need to be aware of that. Okay, now, the good things. How much time do you have? The thing is the perfect size for a park flyer, but she's quick. So I don't even remember now. I think I had up to 107 mile an hour, I think. So really not a park flyer, only because of how much speed it. Now, if you're going to fly around slow, yeah, you can fly her inside the confines of a baseball diamond or a baseball field. But man, talk about on a scale of 1 to 10, being 10 the most fun plane I've ever flown, and a 1 being a turtle. I'm going to give this an 11.5. This thing is off the scale fun, off the scale power, absolute fabulous. Now let's go ahead and let me crank the motor up here just a little bit to get the.
It will bite you.
Yes, it'll bite you, just so I can get the AS3X active. All right. Now I have it programmed with safe and launch assist, which I did on the very first one. But after that one, after the flights after that, I just took off in AS3X, and even one I think I took off with manual mode. She's that stable. And all I did was just get her above me like this, held her right back here behind the wings, get her about third throttle or about three-quarter throttle, and just chunked her straight forward, and she flew out of my hands. Plenty of power. Make sure my throttle's off. Okay. Now, don't let this right here bother you. You got hard plastic. If you watch my unboxing build, you got hard plastic here, and this is where the Geotech marred that up. But it's a two-bladed prop, so it immediately knocks out of the way. You slide on the belly, which it's designed for. Never once I noticed any electronics getting hot or anything. The plane flies phenomenal. I cannot recommend this plane enough. Absolute phenomenal flying plane. Got the protection on the servos. CG is 60 to 70 millimeters back from the leading edge, which I have it marked with 2 hot glue marks. You put that 2200 or 1800 all the way forward like I showed you. You don't have to add any weight, and she CGs just perfectly. All right, let's talk about rates. Now, I flew at my high rates. On aileron, 100% with 40% expo. Elevator, 100% with 40% expo. And then rudder, 100%, 40% expo also. Okay? Forward programming. Gyro settings. Okay? One-time gains. The gains I flew in were 30, 40, and 50 on roll, pitch, and yaw. My priority, all at 110 on roll, pitch, and yaw. These settings keep this plane locked in beautifully. Heading, didn't do anything with. Stop lock, 50, 50, 50 on roll, pitch, and yaw. Release rate, 55, 55, 75 on roll, pitch, and yaw, which I didn't change at any. And the gains are at one-time gains. Okay. I don't remember offhand the flight times I had, but I know I can get a 5 minutes plus out of flying this plane on a 1800. So you could probably get 6 minutes out of a 2200. Fly the way you want. And she has such a wide envelope. You can cruise around real slow, or you can take a ballistic speed. I mean, when you hit it, she's gone. She's a lot like that Rare Bear. She's gone just that quick. So be prepared for the speed. Does have a little bit of torque roll, but not bad. Not bad at all. And of course, like any gull wing, flies just as well inverted as it does right side up. So I cannot recommend this enough. I'm I'm glad I waited on buying it because Hobby King sent it to me for a review. But I can tell you right now, if I would have known 3 years ago or 2 years ago, I think this is how long this plane's been out, what I know now, I would have bought it then. This thing is fabulous. I didn't like the yellow, because cream yellow at first, but now that I've flown it, yeah, it looks really good. These colors are a lot more vibrant than what you're seeing on the film. And I'm very blown away. Like I say, is it perfect? No. Is it fun? Yes. Absolute fun. And it's a very stable plane. Flies right out of your hand, easy to hand launch. And it seems lots of times people are a little intimidated by hand launching planes. Well, if this will be the one that would help break you of that fear. This one just flies right out of your hand. Just give it a nice little chunk forward and off she goes. All right, folks. Well, thank you for watching. Thank you for being a subscriber, coming out and see what this fat guy is all about. And Hobby King, thank you for the opportunity to review this plane and other planes you've sent me. This one I'm very, very impressed with. All right, y'all have a good and God bless y'all. And don't forget, faith, family, and friends, and then lucky gallons. Bye, y'all.